Good morning, I am Tracy Spence with your newscast. This newscast is brought to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair of a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. Now for the news in details. Trade unions are urging the Jamaican government to release the results of its public sector review. Kevin Gale, President General of the Bustamante Industrial Trade Union, has asserted that it is critical that unions get the information ahead of the start of new wage talks. Gale, a government senator, told reporters that the results of the review will form part of the negotiations. The public sector salary review should have been completed last month. It is aimed at restructuring the compensation systems in the public sector. Jamaica's parliamentary opposition says reports of fewer students signing up for tests administered by the Caribbean Examination Council (CXC) this year highlight the extent of the learning fallout among Jamaican children. Former president of the Association of Principals and Vice Principals, Linton Weir, told journalists that some students have decided against taking external exams after falling behind because of disruptions in their education caused by COVID-19. Opposition spokesperson on education, Dr. Angela Brown-Burke, says the issue is of great concern. She said the ministry should move with alacrity to assist students to recover from the missed learning opportunities. Meanwhile, Linvern Wright, president of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, says the Ministry of Education should seriously contemplate a repeat of the 2020-2021 academic year over hundreds of students who have not been engaged since September. Meanwhile, President of the Caribbean Hotel and Tourism Association, CHTA, Pablo Torres, predicts the Caribbean region will have a tourism rebound faster this year than many parts of the world. In a statement, Mr. Torres said coordinated regional efforts to implement protocols for the tourism industry will bode well for the return of tourism this year. He added that tourism will also work to refresh the minds, bodies, and spirits of millions of travelers who will discover that the Caribbean is the best place to recover from the ravages of this pandemic. In sports this morning, Cricket West Indies (CWI) is anticipating a financial windfall this year, with 4 major home tours expected to provide a much-needed injection of money for the cash-strapped Antigua-based body. Sri Lanka, South Africa, Australia, and Pakistan are all expected in the Caribbean later in the year, marking the first home series since Ireland toured for a mixture of one-day internationals and 2020 internationals last January. The region had been scheduled to host several home tours in 2020, but the onset of the coronavirus pandemic forced the entire itinerary to be scrapped. CWI Chief Executive Johnny Grave said in the wake of the disappointments last year, 2021 would see an unprecedented year where the West Indies played nearly all of their cricket at home. And that is it for the news. This newscast came to you courtesy of BioLife Energy Systems. Come join the living. Call them at 800-875-5433. USA Credit Repair of a key to beautiful credit. You may call them at 800-786-1330. Cruising with the Case Handler, a show on personal injury and immigration, weekdays 9:30 a.m., on Saturdays 7 p.m. and 12 noon on Sundays. And the Supreme Power Homes, call them at 800-493-9002. On behalf of the news and the production team, I am Tracy Spence. To have a good morning.